Ladies and gentlemen of Smoky Mountain Wrestling, it is I, your Redeemer, TC Adams, at you live for the results show of Fully Loaded. Oh, it's been an honor and a privilege to be your general manager for the last several months and to do a live stream. And I tried making some phone calls. I tried to get to the redeemed to be on this live stream, but you know what? They're all busy doing their own thing. So I was left with only one option, and one option only. I'm reluctant to have him on here, but he is here with me tonight. It is Brother Ambrose. Brother Ambrose, welcome to Fully Loaded.
I'm not sure what sin I committed to pay this penance, but I'm here. So thank you.
You're welcome for the extra pay in your paycheck, Brother Ambrose. That's what talks. Money talks, doesn't it? Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
Not under a vow of poverty.
Well, I am going to send this out to everyone inside of Smoky Mountain so that way they understand that we are live, or they'll catch it later. But we are here for Fully Loaded, the jam-packed arena in Indianapolis is where Fully Loaded was, and it was filled to the rafters of that football stadium. They weren't cheering on Phillip Rivers that night. They were cheering on the people of Smoky Mountain Wrestling. They were cheering on the redeemed. In every single match, we were all over the show. It was so awesome.
It was something.
Feel free, people who are going to be watching this, throw some comments into the comment section. I might read some of them. I may not. It depends how I feel. And Brother Ambrose, I don't know if you can see any of the comments yourselves, but if you can't, then whatever. I don't care. Let's see here. I'm going to see if we're actually live on YouTube. Are we here? Are we live?
You know, Lorenzo would have never had to ask these questions.
Well, I don't have the budget that Lorenzo does, so good on him.
God, I miss that man.
Ah, yes! Robert, put your hands in the air. That's right, my brother, Robert. See that? We got believers in the crowd. Woo-hoo! Robert, I'm so happy that you're here and supporting. This guy can't run this. Get out of here with that nonsense. All right.
Not wrong.
No, well, listen, I can run a show. In fact, here we go. We're going to kick off our night. I'm glad, brother. I'm glad that Robert is in the audience listening to this because the first match up was the fatal 5-way match for the tag team titles. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Yes, I counted that correctly. 5-way match for the tag team titles. And this is what happened. The bell rang, and there was immediate chaos. The Redeemed, Killing Cutter, and Reckless Intent take charge, quickly tossing the No Mercy luchadors out of the ring because they are bums. The champions, Natural Money, T-Money, and Nappy Boy introduced the first ladder, using it as a battering ram to wipe out Hayden Six and Bubba Killings. Now, there was a huge spot that happened. Chase Havoc from Reckless Intent takes to the air with a massive suicide dive over the top rope, crashing into the pile of bodies on the floor. Natural disasters over there all over the place. Meanwhile, David Hill is powerbombed through a table by my man Robert. Oh, get him, Robert. I love seeing it. Natural Money asserts control. They hit a textbook double team move on Alan Cutter right into the steel chair, leaving him grounded. Now, the first serious climb begins to happen. Robert gets to the top of the ladder, nearly grabs the belts, but Bubba Killings shoves the ladder over, sending Robert crashing down to the mat. Oh, I hate seeing that. The top 5 contenders are wearing. It's Hayden Six, who hits a six-pack suplex onto the broken table on Reggie Walker, and the Natural Money clears the ring, setting up their own ladder for a win. T-Money and Nappy Boy are climbing. Both of them have a clear path to the top of the ladder, but then the lights flicker. The lights just flicker out of nowhere. I wish I could reach over here and start flickering lights, but I can't. All right. The lights flicker. The crowd rises as Beast Mode charges down the ramp. Beast Mode slides into the ring with a steel chair and stares down Nappy Boy at the top of the ladder. At the top of the ladder, he hurls the chair, chucks the chair, clacking Nappy Boy. The champion tumbles off the ladder and out of the ring, totally taken out. T-Money is absolutely shocked at this point, yelling, screaming at Beast Mode, "What are you doing? What are you doing? We're brothers!" But this allows Hayden to rush in and hit T-Money with a massive running knee, knocking the champ off of his feet. And then, as we get to the close of the match, it comes down to Alan Cutter and a stunned T-Money who found his way up. He just gets back up. And then as Alan sets up a fresh ladder and climbs it up rapidly, T-Money rushes to stop him, climbing the other side. They trade blows back and forth at the top of the ladder as Alan headbutts T-Money, stunning him, and then uses the belt for himself and smashes it against T-Money's own head against the ladder. Smashes him with the championship belt. T-Money falls to the canvas. Alan Cutter is all by himself at the top of the ladder, and he unhooks both of the tag team championships. You have your winners and new Smoky Mountain Wrestling tag team champions, Bubba Killings and Alan Cutter, Killing Cutter. Ooh, high octane match to open up the show. I gotta say, before I hand it over to you for color commentating to discuss what your thoughts are on this match, I gotta say, I am a little disappointed in the Redeemed not bringing home the gold, but that's okay. The Golden Prophecy still stands. It's only temporary, just like Robert says. But what do you think? What do you say?
I'm shocked. This is not what I saw coming. It was a great match, an intense match. Several things really stood out to me. One, Robert. The table is for fellowship, not violence. But you utilized it. It was what it was. I'll also say, on behalf of Killing Cutter, I did not think highly of them. Boys, I'm sorry. I kind of thought you were chumps. But because of the gold, you've become champs. Cowardice into courage. Some of those things that you did out there today, amazing. Incredibly shocking to me. Chase Havoc, I will say this about him. There's a reason it's called a suicide dive. It doesn't go well. But man, oh man. Look, as a monk in a monastery, I know about brotherhood, and I just want to say this to Beast Mode and Nappy Boy. I'm not sure what your brotherhood's looking like. You guys have got to work that out. But overall, terrific match. I'm excited for the new tag team champions. I'm glad that didn't go home to the Redeemed. I'm sorry, TC. You guys have been in the show too much a little bit. And so, Robert, 6, sit down.
See, listen. It's all a matter of time before the Redeemed get their hands on those tag team championships. Am I proud of Alan Cutter and Bubba? Minorly. If I can get more of this, then I'm all in. Here, hold on.
We're coming fast, we're coming hard. And we're coming fast, we're coming hard. And we're coming.
If I can get more of that and with the tag team straps on them, whoo, I'm going to be so excited to see what they do with those tag team titles until the day comes when they lose it to my boys in the Redeemed.
Well, I do think the tag division is definitely heating up. So I'm excited to see what those two rednecks do with the belts.
Hopefully a lot of trailer park nonsense. All right, so as we get on with our show, the next match is a bunch of Hosses doing Hoss things. We have a triple threat match to determine the number one contender for that's right, my
Time out. Is that
What?
Brandon Buck in the corner over there?
That is Brandon Buck, yes.
Y'all been doing some Photoshop?
Listen, AI does some generous things to Brandon Buck, that's for sure.
All right.
These three gentlemen are trying their best to be the winners of this match so that way they can come in second place to become the runner-up to the Hardcore Championship, because this ain't going anywhere. Excuse me? Oh, I was robbed of the title. I was robbed of the title. All right, anyway, you one day, JC, you'll get a shot at the championship if you're lucky. If Brother Ambrose, you have to pray about it. You have to pray about it. Look at him. Look at him now. Yep, praying. Well, hopefully you'll be praying over the victor of this match because it was not a long one, because it was hard-hitting and it was fast. They're coming, and they're coming hard, and they're coming fast. So the bell rings of these Hosses, and immediately the two veterans, Brandon Buck and Jack Frost, work together to take out the threat of El Guapo. They know the threat that El Guapo poses. They successfully double team him and send him to the outside. Some say this is a smart strategy. Smart strategy, okay? Now, we have Brandon Buck and Jack Frost, who have a long-standing history with one another. They are going at it, throwing fists at each other, going at it. Buck tries a technical takedown, but Frost overpowers him, throwing him to the corner with pure brawling aggression. But then El Guapo comes in. He slides back in and levels. Bam! Bam! Both men with massive clotheslines and then a spine buster. El Guapo is fired up. He is fired up as Guapo dominates and destroys the two of them all by himself. All by himself. You've been in the ring with El Guapo, right?
I have.
He is a monster of a man, and if he wins this match, I may not be too excited about facing him. I'm going to say it. I'll say it.
He is indeed a monster.
But he was taking these guys out to town. El Guapo hits a powerbomb on Frost and then turns to Brandon Buck but Brandon Buck tries to sneak a roll-up victory, a move that beat El Guapo before, but El Guapo knew what was coming, and he hit Brandon Buck. And then he quickly delivers a massive pounce to Brandon Buck, sending Brandon Buck from the ring to the third row of the crowd, sending him far into the crowd. Can you believe that? It was a sight to see. Massive moment. Brandon Buck is now out of the ring. El Guapo then points to the sky, climbs the turnbuckle, and leaps. El Guapo Dropo, big elbow drop, connects perfectly on Jack Frost. It's over. 1, 2, 3. Your winner and your new number one contender to my Hardcore Championship, El Guapo, in a truly dominant fashion. What says you?
That's unbelievable. I've been in the ring with Guapo. I'm one of the few men recently who can claim a victory over him, and so I know how tough he is. But my word, Brandon Buck is not a small guy. That dude went flying 3 rows back. For any of you that were in the audience, just know we do not cover any insurance needs or medical needs that you have received. You signed the waiver saying any injury sustained, not on us. But we do apologize. But oh my word, Guapo, Somebody's got to tame that beast. He is a monster.
El Wapo, I want you to look at this championship real good. If you think at your strength you can take this off my hands, you have another thing coming, brother. I saw what you did. I know exactly who you are, and I know how to prep for a man like you. If Brother Ambrose can beat you, cake walk for your Redeemer, for sure.
I'm not so sure about that, TC. Look, you're a dick, but I've got a lot of respect for what you do. I think you need to not underestimate Wapo.
Well, listen, I'm not going to underestimate his strength. That dude launched Brandon Buck, and I've never smiled so big in my entire life to see Brandon Buck yeeted over those ropes and into the crowd. Wow. All right, this next match was a total grudge match that's been building for this entire year, Brother Ambrose. This entire feud between these two have been going on since January of this year. What am I talking about? I'm talking about the ambulance match between JC Renegade and D-Man Smoke.
And I just want to put this out for JC. I've been praying for you, man. There are few people on this mountain that scare me. D-Man Smoke is one of them. That guy doesn't wrestle. He hunts his prey down, and I think he has you in his targets. And so I've been praying for you. I hope you come out okay.
Well, let's find out what's going to happen, because I've shared the ring with D-Man Smoke, and I've definitely beaten this scrawny wimp in JC Renegade for this beautiful hardcore championship. D-Man Smoke, you and I have had our differences in the past. He's not a nice man, I tell you that. But as this match gets started, the bell rings, and D-Man Smoke immediately retreats out of the ring, stalking around the ring like a predator. JC is fired up, but cautious. He's keeping his eyes glued on Smoke, not sure what he's going to do. So Smoke slides back in and lunges, and he nails Renegade with a rapid series of strikes, driving him to the corner. He's trying to overwhelm him early with his unique chaotic offense. Renegade creates separation with a hard lariat. Boom! Hits him with a lariat. He follows up, raining down lefts and rights. I know I did that backwards, but lefts and rights. And he's using the Renegade Sting Fire to counter the darkness. They spill out onto the floor. Smoke uses the environment, smashing Renegade's head into the announce table and then ripping off the lid. Smoke is looking for pain, but Renegade reverses a throw and sends Smoke crashing into the steel steps. The officials start to gesture towards the ambulance that is parked on the ramp. Get to the ambulance, throw him in. But Smoke fires back. Excuse me, I'm going to take a little bit of a water break. Any comments in mid-match so far?
I don't know what's going on here. This isn't a wrestling match. This is a pure descent into chaos. This is ridiculous. I don't know who approved this. I don't know why they improved this. We've already mentioned that we don't cover the insurance for the third row. We do pay for their insurance. And who decided this was okay?
Listen, I signed off on this match because I enjoy chaos, and I wanted to see the two of them stretch it out of here. And that's exactly what happened here in this moment. Smoke fires back using a stretcher as a weapon. He slams it into Renegade's ribs repeatedly. Boom, 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 into his ribs. Smoke then hooks Renegade for a sickening suplex onto the remaining parts of the announce table, but the wood barely holds. Renegade is down, clutching at his back. You can hear his screams throughout the entire stadium. Smoke slowly drags the lifeless Renegade up the ramp towards the ambulance door. This is where he thinks he is going to win. Smoke opens the ambulance door, savoring each and every moment that it's going on. He tries to shove Renegade inside, but Renegade grabs the door frame. A spark of life has happened inside of JC Renegade. He pushes Smoke off and hits a desperate low blow. He hits a low blow on D-Man Smoke. Smoke then reels back in pain. Why wouldn't you be in pain? You just got hit in the dick. You got hit in the dick. Dick kick city. Oh, man. Renegade sees his chance. He signals for the finish. The cowboy cutter out of nowhere. He catches Smoke with the DDT style finisher right on the floor of the ramp. Smoke is knocked out senseless. Senseless. Renegade is spent. He can barely get to his feet. Pulling himself using the ambulance, he slowly, painstakingly drags Smoke's dead weight and shoves him inside the vehicle. Renegade is crawling, using his last ounce of strength, and he manages to slam the doors shut. The winner, the siren sound, the winner of the match, JC Renegade, as he collapses to the ramp, battered, bruised, and barely surviving as the ambulance drives away with D-Man Smoke inside the ambulance.
Oh my goodness. You know, I will say this. JC did not win clean, but he won alive. And at the end of this match, I think that's all that matters. We knew it wasn't going to be pretty, but the kid survived. So good on him. Good on him.
Would you say that you think that he exercised the demon of D-Man Smoke?
I'm not sure if D-Man's fully done away with. He might have just angered that demon. But I will be honest, the only way to confront the darkness, you got to light it up. And so good job, JC. I am incredibly impressed with that match. I don't know if you're going to be walking the next couple weeks. Also don't know if D-Man's going to be walking the next couple weeks.
Yeah, listen, that match was outstanding, and I'm so glad as your generous general manager, way better than Lorenzo Benzo. You hear me? You hear me? Way better than Lorenzo Benzo. I booked that match, you know. He didn't do anything.
Whatever you say, Becky.
I booked it. I say it. Everyone says I'm the greatest. Times Square says it from the rooftops. ESPN says that I'm the greatest. Sports Illustrated says I'm the greatest. They say I'm the greatest general manager of all time. Of all time.
It was a good match. I'll give you that.
You're right. It was a good match. You know what match is going to be the most outstanding match?
Not this one.
Oh, this next one's going to be outstanding. It's going to be amazing.
I will say something that I don't think I've ever said in my life. Let's go, Craig Harris.
Oh, well, before we go to that match, I see there's a comment here that says from JC Renegade. It says, I fight hard, and now you're the next on my list, TC. I'm coming back for what is mine. Listen, this is as close as you're going to get, JC Renegade, to this championship. Go ahead. You can put your hands on the screen. Oh, you touched my hand. There you go. You did it. Yeah, you're a believer like me. Brother Ambos, go ahead. Come on. For everyone out there, put your hand up.
I'll just say, to quote Killing Cutter, I believe that JC Renegade will be coming fast and he will be coming hard for you.
Listen, out of respect of El Guapo, who is a man that I may or may not be afraid of, and I'm not telling you which one I am, if he gets his hands on this championship, there's no way that JC Renegade's ever going to touch this championship. So regardless if it's me or if it's El Guapo, it ain't going back to him, I promise.
I will say it does give me hope for the future of Smoky Mountain with how much interest there is in this hardcore title.
I think I'm the greatest hardcore champion in the history of Smoky Mountain. I don't just say
disagree.
it. I don't say it. The articles on ESPN have said it. I know that Sports Illustrated has said that I'm the best hardcore champion in the Brother Ambrose, don't you understand that I am the longest reigning, defending, undisputed hardcore champion of Smoky Mountain Wrestling?
Defending might be a strong word, but okay.
Oh, listen. When you sit at the top of the mountain like I do, I get to dictate who and when I defend that championship. And I've been a generous and great general manager for the last several months because Lorenzo Benzo doesn't understand. JC Renegade up in the comments again. He says, "There, I'll put it up here. Maybe I could put it up here so everyone can see." We all know that you've been rejecting my offer for another shot at the title. I just proved to the world that I am not scared of you. Okay, if anything, you're scared of me. And I'm not just saying that. ESPN says that. Sports Illustrated says that. Bleacher Report says that. So anyway, we're going to move on. Yeah, we got to keep this going because the next match includes the greatest champion in Smoky Mountain wrestling history. It is I, your Redeemer, TC Adams, in the first ever Ultimate X match for Craig Harris's stupid briefcase. We need to get rid of that stupid thing, and that's exactly what I was going to do in this match. And right, so here we go. The bell rings as I make my way gloriously down to the ring with my two wonderful Brother Ambrose, look at these. You see all this gold? Woo!
Quick question though, not to interrupt you. I do wonder though, again, no respect for Craig Harris, but a smidgen, he put his briefcase on the line.
Yes.
Why not the same with the green ticket title?
Because he's more stupid than I am. He's more stupid than I am. Anyway, okay. Here we go. The atmosphere was electric. You know why it was electric? Because I was in the match. I was in the match. I was all business. TC Adams was all business, focused on getting that briefcase. Craig Harris is intensely protective of his property, as he should be, which he's reckless. I've already said that multiple times. But the opening exchange, both men charged towards the rope, attempting to climb the Ultimate X structure early. Craig gets a slight advantage, leaping onto the cables as TC yanks him down onto the mat, resetting the action. TC hits a textbook snap suplex, then quickly measures Craig. He whips Craig into the corner turnbuckle, attempting to scale the ropes again, but Craig recovers, leapfrogging and running over to TC and delivering a quick drop kick that sends TC sprawling. The structure comes into play here as Craig is the first to get his hands on the cable system. He pulls himself up, starts inching his way across this rope structure as he heads towards the briefcase. But TC realizes the danger, springboards up and grabs Craig's ankle, pulling him down violently. Yank. Craig crashes hard into the mat. TC senses an opening right here and locks in a guillotine choke. Guillotine choke. You know who tapped out to a guillotine choke? You all should know. He smiled at the end of it. He went like this. Smile. That's what I got Craig Harris in. Guillotine. Yeah, look at these biceps. Look at him. Got him in that guillotine choke. Biceps. Craig Harris struggles. His face is turning red, but he manages to back TC into a corner, breaking the hold and stunning TC with a sharp back elbow. Then Craig climbs onto the top of the turnbuckle and executes a stunning missile dropkick that dazes TC Adams. The crowd roars. Craig capitalizes by quickly scrambling up the cabled structure again. Craig is directly beneath the briefcase now, and he unclips one side of it, but TC, bleeding from a busted lip, he made me bleed, using the corner ropes like a catapult, launches himself into and hitting the cables, jarring the structure enough to make Craig lose his grip. Lose his grip. Okay, I gotta pay attention to that right now. Craig is hanging on by one hand and then falls hard onto the top rope before bouncing to the mat. Both men are exhausted and hurting. TC goes to his bag under the ring and pulls out a steel chain. The referee steps in, warding him, but TC shoves the ref aside and wraps the chain around his fist. TC rushes Craig, who ducks the chain-wrapped punch, and then Craig ducks a second strike and grabs TC, driving him with a devastating pile driver. Craig is slow to recover, knowing that he must retrieve the briefcase. Craig uses the corner to pull himself up and leap onto the cables one last time. He moves quickly, fueled with adrenaline, getting close to the center, and TC's trying to pull himself up, but he's too slow. Victory! Craig Harris gets both hands on the briefcase and unhooks it. Unhooks the briefcase. He has it. He has it. Ooh, he has the briefcase still.
Craig, you look like a man that were chasing your destiny tonight. I will give that to you. TC, again, you're a dick. But you come fast and you come hard. You're a tough opponent. And so for Craig to do that, I'm impressed.
I wasn't too impressed. As I am sitting in the ring, I see Craig Harris sitting on the turnbuckle, clutching the briefcase to his chest. I am furious. TC is furious, but suddenly a calm. I am peaceful now. I am peaceful. He gestures towards the ref to hand him his bike and his own hardcore championship, the one I've been talking about for most of the night. I have the hardcore championship. Craig, I say, Craig, you have the contract, but I have the power. I have the keys to the kingdom. I want that briefcase, but you want something more. The protection and the power of the redeemed. Ooh, an offer. Ooh, maybe an offer. Protection. Join me, Craig. Sell out. Hand over the briefcase, and you get this hardcore championship and a seat at the table with the redeemed. I want the briefcase. You get what you want, which is recognition. Craig is now looking at the World Heavyweight Championship, the contract in his briefcase, and then he's looking at this beautiful hardcore title, and then at TC, my hand is extended out. The crowd is chanting, no, 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 no. Craig takes a breath, looks at the fans, and then spits. He spits on the briefcase and tosses it to TC Adams and shakes his hand, accepting the hardcore championship. Craig Harris sold his soul and joined the redeemed. Oh my goodness. Craig, buddy, you've earned this. You've earned the hardcore championship. You've earned it. More importantly, not only do I now own the Green Ticket Championship, but now I'm in the possession of Craig Harris's briefcase as well. But it does not end there, Brother Ambrose. It does not end there. It does not. He sold his soul to the redeemed as Craig Harris and TC stand in the center, arms raised. A shock of fury and vengeance enters the arena. They were saying, you sold out. You sold out. You sold out.
He did.
And then the lights go out. Gully Guns theme hits the arena. Gully Guns has returned to Smoky Mountain Wrestling. Can you believe it? Gully Guns has entered the arena. He has entered the chat. He is back. And listen, no one was more shocked to see Gully Guns than I was, because it was I and the rest of the Redeemed that took Gully Guns out in the first place. The crowd is going ballistic. Gully Guns, it was the man, like I said, that took him out months ago was the Redeemed. Sprints down the ramp, slides into the ring, and immediately delivers a vicious super kick to Craig Harris. He, unsuspecting Craig Harris. Craig Harris is knocked out cold. Now Gully Guns turns his attention to TC, but TC is laughing with a sick smile plastered all over his face. Gully is confused, looking from the unconscious. Craig is at the smiling of TC. TC, I then take the hardcore championship that Craig has accepted, and I gently lay it at the feet of Gully Guns. Gully Guns picks up the title, finally realizing the extent of the betrayal. Craig Harris was never, I would never let Craig Harris join the Redeemed. He was the ultimate sacrifice to get the briefcase to me and to bring back Gully Guns, who is now your new hardcore championship. TC Adams raises Gully Guns' hand, who stares down at the unconscious, betrayed Craig Harris with a championship belt over his shoulder. The Redeemed has achieved its ultimate form of deception. Gully Guns is your new hardcore champion. Whew. A lot happened.
Craig, never make a deal with the devil, because you'll always wind up in hell. Why? Why would you do it? You sold your soul. Look where it got you. I'm amazed that Gully Guns is back. I'm even more amazed that you somehow convinced him to join your shenanigans. I want to know what you've promised him, because the hardcore title could not have been enough. I don't even know if it's legal for you to give your title to somebody, take it back from that person, and give it to somebody else.
Finders keepers, really. Listen, the Redeemed is fully formed, okay? We have Truck, who is our .com king champion. We have Gully Guns, who is your brand new hardcore champion, which is a title that I always felt it never really deserved to be on my shoulders anyway, because it felt dirty. I don't like getting my hands dirty, okay? It never felt right. This title belongs in the hands of Gully Guns, who is going to wreck. Gully Guns is going to wreck everyone that comes his way. So El Guapo, you don't have to worry about me. You have to worry about my gunner. My ace up my sleeve, bruh. Gully Guns. Brother, come on. You're with us now. Put that hands up. But more importantly, I got the green ticket title and a briefcase now. Oh boy. I got everything going my way. Who knows? Maybe by the end of the night, I'll be walking out with that World Heavyweight Championship, because I don't just have one opportunity. I have two. Look at this. Look at him. Look at him. Look at him right now. I'll take out Gully. I've been up and down with Gully. Pfft, good luck.
I'll say, for a man that was almost stretchered out of here, the boy is consistent.
Good luck. Good luck. Oh, hold on. Let me. Yeah. Good luck to you. It ain't going to happen. My gunner is going to take out everyone. Oh, but this all leads to the next match. Are you ready? I think you are, because this match involves you. It is my man, my beautiful right hand. More ways than one. This is Dump Truck defending the .com King Championship against Brother Ambrose. Brother Ambrose, before we get into this match, how were you feeling going into this match?
Felt good. I felt prepared. I'd spent some time in silence and contemplation. I'm prepared. I've been working this entire year for one thing, that .com King Championship. So I'm ready.
Are you sure about that? Are you sure about that?
Truck's a big man, but I have a big spirit.
Okay. So let's get into this match, shall we? All right. The crowd is electric for the challenger, Brother Ambrose. And by the way, Brother Ambrose, you are undefeated, right? Undefeated, the never seen 17-0. Is it 17-0? How many wins you got?
I think it's like 6-0. But not to toot my own horn, but toot.
6-7. Get the generation out there. 6-7. Well, the crowd either way was electric for you coming down the ramp, but the champion, my champion, Dump Truck, enters with a smug, dismissive attitude, clearly thinking that he is better than you. Well, Jack Frost, you're outside your mind too. Look at him. Look at Jack. You got a friend in Jack Frost.
Let's make it happen.
Clearly, he's got a headache from his amnesia a little bit from his match. He just can't think straight. All right, the bell rings. The two super heavyweights immediately meet in the center of the ring, trading thunderous shoulder blocks. I wouldn't want to get in the middle of that. Hold on. There we go. Thunderous shoulder blocks. Neither man budges. Brother Ambrose goes for another thing, and then Brother Ambrose ducks a clothesline and unleashes a furious fury of brawler strikes. Forearm after forearm, chops after chops, and heavy cross faces driving Truck into the corner. The referee pulls Ambrose off. Truck retaliates with pure power, catching a charging Ambrose and delivering a devastating scoop slam, followed by a monstrous elbow drop. Truck starts to work with a methodical pace. Slow it down, buddy. Slow it down. Using his massive size to crush Ambrose on the mat. Ambrose comeback. He starts to fight back. Ambrose refuses to stay down. Truck attempts a power bomb, but Ambrose fights out of it, hitting a series of stiff headbutts at Dump Truck to break the grip. Ambrose staggers Truck into it with a huge clothesline, but the champion stays on his feet because he's a beautiful man. Ambrose hits a second and finally a third spinning clothesline that takes Truck right off his feet. The champion rolls out onto the floor to recover, but he is stunned. Ambrose follows him out. Truck tries to ram Ambrose into the steel post, but Ambrose reverses it, sending Truck shoulder first into the post. And then Ambrose tosses Truck back in and hits his signature hallelujah splash, a running crossbody block. Is that a new move?
I'm full of secrets. This is just the beginning.
Hallelujah splash. And we have a near fall as we get the 1, the 2, and Truck kicks out at 2.9, showing his resilience. Both men are exhausted. They are struggling to get to their feet. They exchange massive blows in the center of the ring, each one echoing throughout the arena. And Truck attempts his finisher, the Mac Daddy Slam, but Ambrose slips behind and tries his own finisher. The heelish Truck as Ambrose attempts to lift Truck in the clear, displays desperation and cunningness, rakes the forearm across Ambrose's eyes. The referee misses the blatant foul. Ambrose stumbles momentarily. He is blinded. Ambrose is blinded by all of this. Truck capitalizes immediately, hooking Ambrose for a thunderous and delayed Mac Daddy slam in the center of the ring as Dump Truck covers the 1, the 2, the 3. Put your candles out. Your winner and still.com King champion. He is my champion. He is your champion, Dump Truck. As Dump Truck snatches the belt, celebrating his dirty victory with a sneer while the crowds boo feverishly. Ambrose slowly sits up, clutching his neck, selling the eye rake. Despite the loss, Ambrose receives a massive ovation from the crowd for his valiant effort, walking out looking like a main event star who was cheated in defeat. Brother Ambrose.
You may have seen I had to put my glasses on because my left eye has been damaged. So at least for the foreseeable future, I've got to keep these on to not injure my vision too much, but I won't do that for now. You're right. I was cheated.
I don't see a
Speaks
problem.
volumes to me that the only way you can beat me is by cheating.
I don't see a problem. I don't see it. You lost. All right, get over it. You lost. You don't see me crying about my loss earlier in the night, do you? I wasn't crying. Not at all. You over there. I got a 1 in my loss column.
He may have won. He may have the belt tonight. But I think we can agree that the crowd saw the truth tonight. And the truth is that I am better than you, Truck.
Well, so you think.
I was not beaten. I was betrayed and I was done dirty. And I will seek to forgive you, Truck. But you might not receive my mercy.
Are you challenging Truck to a rematch? Is that what I'm hearing?
Oh, I would love to see Truck in a rematch. Something where it's no rules, no disqualifications, just he and me locked in.
Oh, hold on.
Because if we're gonna play dirty, let's play dirty.
Hold on. Do we have our main event for our next Smoky Mountain Wrestling Sunday Night Heat? Do we have our main event? Hold on. Let me get on the phone. With Lorenzo. Okay. Boop, 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 boop. Yeah. Yeah, Lorenzo. Yeah, it's your boy TC Adams. Yeah. The show's going great. Listen, Brother Ambrose wants another shot at Dump Truck. This time he wants a no disqualification match against Dump Truck. Yeah, I thought that was funny too.
Wait. While I have you on the phone with him, to make sure that you and your cronies stay out, I want this either in a steel cage or let me drag him to hell with hell in a cell.
Ooh, you hear that? All right, he said he'll get back to you on the stipulation, but we got it. Our main event for next week's show, or the next time we have our Sunday Night Heat, we got Brother Ambrose versus Dump Truck. I listen, I saw your comment. You want Gully? You can't have Gully. Sorry, sweetheart. Can't have him. Brother Ambrose versus Truck. Stipulation to be decided by the redeemed. That's what he said. He said that on the phone. He said that.
That's fine.
Stipulation to be decided by the redeemed. Yeah, he texted me. See, he texted me. Stipulation by the redeemed. He said that. Now, I'm not just saying that. Sports Illustrated is saying that too. Stipulation by the redeemed.
I'm not sure why Sports Illustrated cares about the stipulation of the match, but
They give us grades, and
they're saying it. They're saying it.
They're giving me 5-star matches, but they're giving you 1-star matches. So
they're giving Truck a 1-star match.
Sometimes
he played dirty.
Sometimes they're flawed in their ratings, but they're always great with mine. All right. Anyway,
let's move on to what I'm really excited about.
I am also really excited about this. You know why I'm really excited about this? I have an invested interest into this match. You know why? Look at that. I need the Queen and Axel Savage to keep an eye. Your green ticket champion in the briefcase, which yeah, it's over here. I got it over here. Hold on. Yep. Look at this. Briefcase in the bank, baby. I'm ready to go. 2 opportunities at the World Championship. All right, but we got this main event coming up right now. All right, we have JC Renegade says, Brother Ambrose, I got your back. I'll make sure the Redeemed stay out of your match. Okay, whatever. Get out of my face. We have our main event of the evening. For the first time ever, we have the Queen, Alexia Payne, taking on Axel Savage, who has been
power versus poise. I love it.
This is such a good match. I can agree with you. This is an outstanding match. Axel Savage, who's been a champion for far too long in Smoky Mountain Wrestling, and you got a Queen who is hungry for championships, who have been undervalued and underlooked for too long, and now she is after her first taste of gold. As they make their entrance, as the Queen's music starts to play, we hear a voice we have not heard in quite some time, making his return to Smoky Mountain Wrestling. Ian Murphy makes his way to the stage in a nice tuxedo as he eloquently announces the arrival of the Queen, Alexia Payne. It looks like Ian Murphy is now the Queen's manager for this match, at least. Maybe he's back full time. We don't know. I didn't sign any contracts for him to be there, but the Queen is in the arena. And then Axel Savage, his music hits, and he has the title around his waist. As he makes his way through the curtain, he is pacing like a caged animal. He's a caged animal. His jaws are clenched as he's making his way to the ring, his kingdom. He's looking out over his kingdom, and everyone knows that he is willing to burn it down to keep it. He's willing to burn it down to keep it. The referee raises the title, and the bell rings, and the crowd explodes with anticipation. There's a collar and elbow tie-up. Axel immediately shoves Queen to the mat, sending a brutal message. The Queen, though, pops right back up. She is unfazed. The Queen slips behind into a waist lock, transitions into a hammerlock, and takes Axel down with a snap takeover. Axel is shocked at this moment. Axel scrambles to the ropes and smirks. He loves the fight that is going on. Axel explodes with a shoulder tackle that flips the Queen inside out. He taunts, yeah! But that was a big mistake. The Queen fires back with rapid forearms, a low drop kick to the knee, and a crisp arm drag into an R-bar. The crowd is chanting, Axel Savage,
Queen,
Axel Savage,
Queen.
Axel cuts her off mid-charge with a pop-up spine buster that has hit hard. He has slowed the pace, grinding his forearm across her face, talking trash to the Queen. You're nothing. You're nothing, says Axel Savage to the Queen. He goes for a backbreaker, a leg drop, and then a cover. 1, 2, and then kicks out. Savage goes upstairs to a diving headbutt, and it connects. He mocks the crowd, kneeling on her chest while pulling her hair. Axel, come on, man. The Queen tries to rally. Axel Savage answers with a brutal lariat that turns her inside out again. And then he hits a devastating powerbomb with a high stack. 1, 2, and kick out. Axel Savage's frustration is starting to show. Savage charges the corner, but the Queen moves. Axel hits the turnbuckle shoulder first. The Queen unleashes a chop, another chop, a spinning back fist, a snap German suplex into a bridge. 1, 2, and then the Axel kicks out. Then she hits a running knee strike, a basement drop kick, sends Axel to the floor. The Queen dives through the ropes with a suicide senton, wiping the champion out. Back inside the ring, she hits the Queen's Gambit with a spinning sit-out slam and covers Axel for the 1, the 2, but then Axel powers out again. The crowd is now fully getting behind the Queen. We're seeing a turn. You see what's happening here, Brother Ambrose? We're seeing a double turn happening. Savage rakes the eyes out of pure desperation. He delivers a Savage driver, which is a sit-out pile driver for the 1, the 2. The Queen kicks out. Axel is stunned, so he sets her up for his finisher. The Queen counters mid-lift into a sunset flip powerbomb for the 1, the 2. No! Oh, he kicks out. Both competitors trade forearms in the center of the ring. Savage hits another headbutt. Then the Queen answers with a regal knee strike that drops him to 1 knee. She runs. Savage counters with a tilt-a-whirl backbreaker, and they both collapse on the mat. They are spent. They are exhausted, and the crowd is going crazy. They're going absolutely bananas for this match. Then Savage pulls himself up using the ropes. He's going to go for the kill. He's going for the kill. He signals for it. Cuts the throw. But the Queen counters with a roll through, a sharp kick to the chest, and a deadlift German suplex. She doesn't release a second German suplex. The crowd is now getting to their feet. A third German suplex. And then he releases as Axel Savage crashes hard. And then the Queen sets up for off with your head and nails off with your head for the 1, the 2, and Savage barely kicks out. The Queen doesn't argue, though, with the ref. She stands. She waits. Savage staggers up again to his feet. The Queen is locked and loaded for another off with your head finisher maneuver. And then she nails it again for the 1, the 2, the 3, and new Smoky Mountain Wrestling World Heavyweight Champion, the Queen, Alexia Payne. The Queen Alexia Payne, the referee raises the hand of the Queen and places the World Heavyweight Championship around her waist. She kneels in the center of the ring. She is bawling her eyes out. She takes it around her waist and holds it high, and the crowd is going absolutely ballistic as Axel is sitting in the corner, exhausted, staring at her, not angry, but out of respect.
That was not a match. That was a coronation.
Ooh, good word.
Congratulations to the Queen. Every queen has her crown, but no outfit is complete without the belt. So congratulations. What a match. What a match. Oh my goodness.
An outstanding match. The Queen is your new heavyweight champion. As the confetti is falling from the rafters, you hear the sound of the Redeem's music hit the arena. The Redeemed, Gully Guns, Hayden Six, Robert, Dump Truck are marching themselves to the ring. And right behind them is your green ticket champion, TC Adams, as the Redeemed make their way to the ring. As they make their way to the ring, Hayden and Robert pull Axel Savage out from the ring, and they throw him into Dump Truck, who hits a Mac Daddy Slam onto the ground, and then Gully Guns nails Axel Savage with his Hardcore Championship belt and says, "You're nothing, Axel Savage," as he screams, and TC puts the hand on Gully Guns and puts him aside. And the Queen and TC Adams are locked eyes. The Queen in the ring, TC is on the ground, and I raise the green ticket title high in the air. The referee is standing right next to TC Adams. The Queen is ripe for the picking. I am about to hand the green ticket title to the referee, and the lights go out. And then you hear, "Oh!" The lights come back on. TC is stunned. He doesn't know what's going on. He doesn't hear what's going on. He doesn't see what's going on. And then all of a sudden, the lights go out again. And then on the Titantron, you see a wolf walking towards the screen. And the lights come back. And Kwon Soo has returned to Smoky Mountain Wrestling. He is stunned TC Adams for just a moment, as TC has no idea what's going on. No idea what's going on, as Kwon Soo, as TC has seen a ghost. He has absolutely seen a ghost, as TC and the Redeemed walk away, allowing Queen to continue her reign for another day. But Kwon Soo has returned to Smoky Mountain Wrestling. Oh my gosh. Wow.
You gotta watch your back, man.
Listen.
Oh, Kwon Soo, I am so excited for you to be back. But before that, TC, I know you want to take on the Queen. But I will say, for anyone watching this, I think we need to acknowledge that we have to bow before the Queen. And if anyone dares to rise up against her, do what you got to do. But let's pay our respect to her. Let's not take our moment away from her. And also, TC, I can't wait to see you run with your tail tucked between your legs, because Kwon Soo is back.
Listen, I'll give the honor and respect of acknowledging the new world heavyweight champion, the Queen Alexia Payne. Would I have rather have taken that championship off of Axel Savage myself? Absolutely. But listen. The Queen has earned it. And I'm going to get that championship. Kwon Soo is Kwon Soo. Okay, we're all excited that he's back. Everyone's been asking, "Where's Kwon Soo? Where's Kwon Soo?" I'm glad he's got his fan base. But listen, the numbers game. Oh, did you notice that? The Redeemed, the numbers game is going to be against Kwon Soo. I ain't worried about him. What y'all need to worry about is celebrating the Queen right now. But sooner rather than later, that belt's coming right off of her. I promise you. Promise.
What a night. What a night, TC. I hate saying this. It was a great pay-per-view. You put together a good card. And I hate giving you credit. But man, what a night. Gully Guns is back in the ring. Kwon Soo's back in the ring. We have a new world heavyweight promo champion. What a night.
I forgot. There's a new hardcore champion. There's a brand new briefcase holder. Don't forget us, okay? And of course, congratulations to also Alan and Bubba, your brand new tag team champions.
Alan, Bubba, please forgive me. I did not intend to leave you out. I know that you guys have come hard. You've come fast. You're here. You're here to do something with the division. Forgive me. Yes, I intentionally may have forgot TC and Gully, but guys, what a start to the show tonight.
A very great show. As we finish up our night tonight, we are ushering in a new era. And this is not just Triple H saying new era every single month. This is exactly what it is, a brand new era. Take a look.
Much can be learned from past generations. For past generations write history. They become history. The past may have already been written, but the future awaits a new generation.
That's right, ladies and gentlemen. Starting in 2026, we are ushering in a new logo, a new name of our show. I designed it. It's about me. Okay, it is Sunday Night War, and we are looking forward to the first episode of Sunday Night War coming at you in 2026. It's going to be great. It's going to be great. You know why it's going to be great? It's because the Redeemed is going to be on the show, anyone else. But I have to say thank you, Brother Ambrose. I have to say thank you for being the last phone call I had to do in order to get someone on the show. But maybe we'll do this again sometime.
Well, I think it speaks not only of my character and how virtuous I am, but again, how much of a dick you are.
And a dick I will be. So, with that said, this is your Redeemer, TC Adams. He's Brother Ambrose, and we look forward to seeing you all again real soon.